Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Faith, and this is going to be your tarot energy reading for today. I am pulling out a new set of cards, so I have no idea what the cards are going to say. I also intend to keep these particular type of videos short because, yeah, I just can't be giving away all the sauce. But nonetheless, yeah, let's just see what we have. I don't know. This is my first time shuffling, my first time even thinking about the energy for today, really. I'm probably going to have to shuffle these cards all the way out, which is what I prefer to do anyway, instead of just waiting for cards to pop out, because I'm just one of those type of people. Okay, so first card, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Having issues with trust, if we could just break it down as simply as that. Just trust issues. Some of you are, the trust issues is tied to the corporation that you work for. You could be hearing murmurs. You could be, hearing rumors, whispers, people sneaking in between the cracks when it pertains to talking about stuff, changes that could be happening when it comes to the organization. I can see the King of Wands in reverse being a little bit negative, going outside of his naturally charismatic flow. And some of you could be dealing with that right now when it pertains to someone. They're being quite negative about you guys' situation, maybe about what you mean to them. And I would say that if you're dealing with a fire sign, the struggle could be that you're looking for this person to reassure you, to tell you that you're great, to give you something to let you know that they want you here and they're not trying to see you go. But you may be dealing with somebody who is just being quite dismissive at this particular time when it pertains to what you're doing, what you have going on. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a roommate. This could be a friend. It could be a sibling. It could be a parent. It could even be a peer. Now I'm seeing someone that is wrapped up in some sort of a cast. So either you've injured yourself, or the injury could be not a physical one. It could just be an emotional one, because the wrap that I'm getting, it kind of looks like how they wrap the cartoons, sort of like they wrap it like a mummy, and they got the cartoon in the wheelchair, and the cartoon, the person in the wrap is just pretty much broken. So that may be how you're feeling a little bit when it pertains to this person, that you may already have an issue trusting anyway. And whatever this person has said to you, or whatever this person could be doing to you, bring it into your aura, you may be feeling that they are really at this point kind of pounding on you now. It's like, I already didn't trust you because of the way that you are, or just the way that you are being towards me. Now you're adding fuel to the fire. So you could be in a spot where you're wondering, okay, where do we go from here? Well, right now, to be honest, you ain't going nowhere from here when it pertains to this particular situation, because there's nowhere to go, because only one person wants to go somewhere. So right now, things may definitely be in a pause type of state when it comes to this individual or this particular relationship. This King of Wands also likes to command attention. He's charismatic, and he thrives whenever he is kind of like the center of attention, but not in like a negative way. He likes that reassurance. Some of you could be struggling when it comes to transitioning into a leadership role, or some sort of role where you are required to present information to the group, to the class, to your peers, or anybody like that. You're struggling a bit. Some of you, maybe people are considering or saying, hey, you would probably be great at this job or that job, but be very careful, because what if you're truly not comfortable? Yeah, so somebody may say, hey, you could be good at this, but that may not really be the reality of it. Like someone can say, hey, you may be good at public speaking because you do well speaking to them, but then when you get in front of 30 people, all of a sudden you're sweating under the pits. Like it's just not, no. So you could also, for some, you may be reevaluating life on several different levels right now. And a lot of this has possibly or could be triggered by how this person is being towards you. So because they are being a certain way towards you, now you are reconsidering a lot of stuff that maybe you really shouldn't be reconsidering. If someone is making you question the very essence of who you are, why is this even a topic of discussion? They shouldn't even have access to your energy at that particular point because they don't respect it. And that could also be where some of you, I hate to say it, some of you, you're still staying in the disrespectful energy that someone is bringing to your doorstep. Because now the Ten of Swords is coming in reverse. So with that Ten of Swords in reverse, that to me screams, oh, I expect nothing else from you than how you've been. And that could be fine if they are being the proper way towards you. Some of you are too busy turning a blind eye to the shenanigans that are happening when it pertains to whatever this relationship is to you. Boss, sister, brother, family, kid, father of your child, husband, wife. I really don't care. It could be the eagle in the sky. It doesn't matter. Something is continuing to go, is still continuing, even though it is one of those things where you're allowing some crap to go on that should have been nipped in the bud probably September last year, August even of last year, or shoot, 8 days, 8 weeks. It doesn't matter the time frame. We have the Nine of Cups coming in reverse though. You could be bored. Some of you could be bored as well. Some of you, if you are dealing with somebody who is a repeat offender, their excuse could be, well, I'm bored. Or some of you, don't take this the wrong way. This is not for everybody. Some of you, I'm actually getting this energy. Either they're going to tell you this to your face or they're saying it in their thoughts, where they're saying like, you're boring. But they're using it as an excuse to do shenanigans. Okay. So even if, again, this is not relationship, someone is still using an excuse of how you are being. And it could be just as simple as you could just be chill, not really putting a lot of energy into it, or simply you just have your own stuff going on. But because of that, because you are not reacting, doing, being the way they want you to be, they're almost trying to knock you lower. But I feel, in my opinion, just from what I'm seeing here, I feel like this person has already done this before. So that's why I said this is a repeat offender. This is not something that screams very new, especially with the Ten of Swords coming in reverse. It's not new. It feels like it's something that has been going on for some time. Yeah, and then there's some unrequited love in the air. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Some of you may be having some struggles if you're trying to obtain a loan for some sort of a building that maybe you're trying to buy. It could maybe be business. It could be trying to obtain a loan when it pertains to maybe trying to get a mortgage. I don't know what Hapstall is. I feel like I've heard that somewhere. I'm going to have to look that up after I get finished. But nonetheless, so with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, some of you may also be feeling that you've been or you are being denied opportunities when it pertains to advancing in your career, or just being denied an opportunity to communicate with someone. Maybe you're wanting someone to hear you out when it pertains to a situation or an incident that you guys had, and they are constantly denying you the opportunity to explain yourself. Some of you, this could be the case when it pertains to a job situation. They are denying you. They did deny you the opportunity to explain yourself, but I'm just going to be honest, they really don't care about your explanation. And I feel that is kind of being shown in a way by the Nine of Cups coming in reverse. Like, I just don't really care about your explanation at this particular point. Now, I don't really know why you're still in this particular energy. It's like, come on, like, get a grip. Come on. Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. Exactly what I just said. Being denied some sort of opportunity. Maybe not even being given the chance to either interview or whatever it could be. Some of you may be feeling like you're hitting a roadblock constantly when it pertains to the job market or the job process. With the Hermit energy being in reverse, I explained this to somebody, I think yesterday, where I said that, The hermit is so smart, especially when it pertains to just ancestral knowledge, esoteric knowledge, just knowledge, period. The hermit is the researcher. The hermit gives me that person who is, advanced degrees, always wanting to learn. But the hermit's downfall is sometimes just that social aspect, sometimes just that street knowledge or that logical aspect. That could be where he falters, hence why he keeps repeating the same cycles over and over again, because he's trying to knowledge his way out of the situation instead of learning the other games, the social game, okay, the logical game. And some of you are faltering there. And this could also be when it pertains to your career. Okay. Or some of you, I hate to say it, some of you may be being this way a little bit when it pertains to somebody that you're in a relationship with. You are using your knowledge as the catalyst, the foundation. Like, okay, I'm so awesome because I have 50 million PhDs. What else is there? Like, come on, you gotta give me something else. Okay, great. I'm so glad that you have as many degrees as you can pay for. But what does that got to do with the tea in China? So some of you, you're missing that humanistic part of you where it's just like, look, for 2 seconds, be a damn human, have some fun, let go, stop worrying about if they're going to understand what you're saying because you're speaking in code. And some of you, that could also be what's going on today as well. You're speaking in code and you're not being direct about what your issue is. And this also could be maybe one of the reasons why either you're kind of done with the situation or they're kind of done. Because at some point, you get tired of always having to guess. It's like, for once, I wish you would just say that, hey, you're an ass. You were being an ass towards me for whatever reason. I'm not sure. But what's going on? How can we fix this? Some of you are not doing that. It becomes a guessing game. Okay. And this may, even if you're not with somebody, this may also be where maybe you get tripped up when it pertains to connections as well. Because you start rolling into that, okay, they should kind of have an idea of how I feel. No, I don't know. What the hell are you thinking? You could have been thinking that you want to murder somebody like 5 seconds ago. How was I supposed to know that? I wasn't going to be able to know that because I can't read your mind. So the energy here is saying, stop expecting people to read your mind. You're going to have to open your mouth. Even if it's at work, you're going to have to open your mouth. Not in a nasty way, because I've spoken to some of y'all, and some of y'all just do not know how to talk to people. If we're just going to keep it a buck. You do not know how to talk to people whenever you need to handle the business. It is atrocious. So we're not talking about in that way. But you have to find a way to get the message across where they understand, but you leave the door open for feedback, understanding. That's it. Because some of you don't feel like you're being understood, but also you're not giving the understanding. So it has to be a two-way street here. And this also goes if it is in pertaining to a relationship. Some of you are dating someone older, about 8 years older. Some of you are dating somebody, I believe they're like 40. You could be about 23, or it could be a little bit, or 33, which is not, it's not bad. Who cares? But some of you may also be getting into this particular energy today where maybe you're starting to sit back and think and ask yourself, like, what do you and I really have in common? Are we on the same page? Do we have the same morals? Do we have the same values? I mean, what's the morality here? You may not be able to answer those questions. So now you also are in a little bit of a crossroads. Not only do we have a situation where it kind of seems like there is a lack of respect in this particular connection. You may not trust this person. They may not trust you. We have too many instances where somebody's wanting the other person to guess how they feel, and the other person is really fed up with doing that at this particular point. So somebody here could be using any sort of excuse to kind of escape, move away, run away from this particular situation, but they don't necessarily know how to properly communicate that. So the issue of the day, and probably every damn day that I'm going to be alive for you guys, is communication. Okay. What's the worst that could happen if you let somebody know how you feel, how they made you feel? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, they don't talk to you? Get real. I mean, come on, they'll get over it. It's not really that big of a deal. At least you said what you had to say, and that was that. If you offer a solution, like, okay, how can we move this forward? And they don't want a solution, screw them. Bye. Next question. We can't keep continuing in these cycles, and I feel like that's what's going on. Some of you are stuck. because you're just doing the same old stuff over and over again, especially in love. Like, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of it not working, being inconsistent? Aren't you tired of that? You should be tired of that, because I'm tired of talking about it. Okay. So we have the Strength card, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Moon. Someone could very likely be leaving their marriage behind, just gonna be honest, especially if it's a double fire sign relationship. Either they have double fire in their chart, or you both are fire signs, if I'm just being honest. Marriage, or it could be relationship. If you live together, someone may be blocking the other person from moving in. What that issue is, everybody's situation is going to be different, but that's just what I'm picking up. We have the Strength card, but it's coming in reverse, which is our weaknesses. It's our temptations. It's our sometimes falling prey, victim to things that we know we should not be falling prey to. We should have more self-control. And that could also be what's going on today. I'm not even going to lie to you. Someone may be losing their temper for reasons that I already discussed when it pertains to this is a frustrating situation, when it pertains to whatever this relationship is. And there has been too many years, months, days, hours gone by, and people have not said how the other person has made them feel in a productive way. So now I see a loss of temper, something possibly getting out of control. Not in the physical sense, but out of control in the sense where someone's just going to be like, I'm done. Now, are they going to be done at that particular point? Maybe, maybe not. But this is what happens when stuff lingers too long, and that is what's been happening. Things have just been lingering too long. Some of you are, and by the way, some of you are possibly dealing with homophobia. If you are part of the LGBTQ plus IA, I probably had that backwards. I think I got to put the IA before the plus. But some of you, if you are a part of those particular communities, you could be dealing with very strong homophobia if you are about to get a new job, and I'm just going to keep it honest with you, or you're either dealing with that right now. And I really hate that you're dealing with that. But remember I said, have to find a productive way to let this be known. So I really do hope you find a way to do that, because it's got to stop. Okay. But the thing is with the Moon, I feel like with the Moon in reverse, this is that energy where we can let fear overtake us. And some of you, that is what's been happening. That is what you are doing. Some of you are all out of sorts because a relationship didn't go well, and you are just in the dumpster. And you are well within your rights to have that moment, but we cannot do this shit forever. There is, cakes to be baked, cookies to be, eaten. At some point, you're gonna have to move on. If that is you, down the dumps by a relationship, to be honest, especially if it's a relationship where they don't really understand you, and you spend a whole bunch of time saying, you don't understand me. You don't understand me. You became a broken record. Maybe on the other side, you should think of the reprieve, the break that you're getting from having to constantly tell somebody you don't get me. If we're thinking in the positive sector. Okay. So moving forward, and some of you, if you are single, newly single, you're still going to be single, I feel like, through September. I'm just keeping it honest with you, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. And some of you, because you're possibly still going to be single through September, you're going to break the chain, and you're very likely going to go back to this person from your past. But when you go back, do not be surprised if they are still juggling the same person that was an issue when you guys were together. Okay. Some of you are about to get a second job, which I feel like will actually be good, because money will start trending in the right direction. But just based off of these cards, love should not be the focus right now, especially if it's just not going anywhere. And I'm not saying that, you should break up with somebody, but, if it can't be productive in terms of communicating how to fix things, just table it at this particular point. But anyway, so this has been you guys' reading for today. Or, if you want to come back at another time and listen to this reading again, that's why there's no timestamp on it, or no time period on it. But yeah, thanks for listening in, and I will see you guys on the next video.